Well, thank you so much. We're basically are a consulting firm dedicated to the world of education and to impact human capital development. My work has spanned for many years across continents on having an impact on human capital development and education and the business of education. That's where we have been focusing our work over the last 15 years. In our eyes and my view, we're at the intersection of technology and education, and a beautiful moment for innovation. And obviously, recent context is helping accelerate things forward. I think moving the needle in education, right, and moving the needle, especially not only for the 80% of population that can afford, advanced and innovative education, but actually for that 20%, 10%, or even bottom 5% that need to study in low-tech environments or need to struggle every day for food, and education comes second, right? So for us, everything that we can do in terms of advancing education, but in an equitable and inclusive way that includes 100% and not only the lucky 80%, that's what we love to leave behind us. And our day-to-day, obviously, we try to make this in a long-term business sustainable way for all the parties involved. That's our kind of two major mantras and mission. So surprisingly enough, some of the crazy people around the education industry, and I consider myself one of those, it's not such a large circle. So Jackie and I have intersected at different venues and events. And when he came forward with the idea, or if I may, with a crazy idea, I thought, hey, we want to make sure that we can contribute somehow. And it's rare. Normally, we like to be, at the forefront, driving the vision. But he had such a, unique perspective that we thought, hey, Jackie, we're behind you. We're gonna try to make this happen. So I would say the short answer is, the industry takes us around, and we've been connected for a long time. This is the first time that we're doing a lengthier kind of collaboration, and we're super excited to be part of the strategy execution that he has in his head. So I think there's a couple of things that are explicit and some others that are more intrinsic to what we are trying to put together. I think the explicit one is, let's not let a pandemic go to waste, right? We need to make sure that the industry, the education, the experts, the buy-side people in the industry are taking this opportunity to accelerate in a couple of months what we should have been doing over the last few years. So, and I think this is going to be a great framework to ignite and to accelerate that thinking process, that maybe more thinking inside and outside the box at the same time. So I think that's the obvious one. The maybe not so obvious one is like we are all getting tired with these Zoom communications and video throughout the day, and I think trying to put a novelty format that it's quality content, quality message in a way that will be consumed completely different from what the market is providing at the moment. I think it's kind of the inner innovation that I'm very excited about as well, right? Because it's clear that we still have a gap from having a coffee together to experiencing, the death by webinar situation that we have right now. And I think the format that's being put together with the amount of content, different perspectives around the world, is gonna just set a precedent on how online engagement and probably the next wave of education needs to be delivered. Thank you guys.